One of them random thoughts that I always get, I decided to just put it out there online, whatever. Um, so let me just get my stuff set up here. So one of the random thoughts I had today was that gun control. I was thinking about how people are talking about gun control, looking at the recent shootings in the supermarket and the spas and stuff like that, and people are saying, every time there's a shooting, people are saying, we need more gun control laws, we need tougher laws, we need tougher laws, and I'm speaking not for it or against it. I'm completely neutral with the gun laws and gun ownership and all of that stuff. So it has nothing to do with my opinion. But so on one side of it, I think we do need um, some laws to lessen the ease of buying automatic weapons and things of that nature. On the other hand, um, what good will it do? So here's the thing. All right, so I hear I don't have a solution. I don't have a solution. They always say if you're not part of the problem, I mean, if you're not part of the, if you don't have any, that saying. If you're not, whatever. I don't remember. I can't even think straight. But I know it's something in reference to, um, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So yeah, I think it's something like that. I don't have a solution. And I don't consider myself being part of the problem because I just don't have a solution to offer up. But what I'm saying is, like I said, when people get shot, we look to gun laws and we look to the NRA and excuse me, second here. We look to the NRA and we blame them, for making the guns. You can't get not making the guns, but we blame them for stuff that some, they don't have no doing in some of these shootings. So people always say we need tougher laws. What are tougher laws? Because I don't know. I don't know what tougher laws are. Um, let's just say you have to do a background check and you have to get a mental health check and you all for saying that we need mental health checks means nothing when you want to buy a gun. It's not going to resolve anything. But because here's the thing, when you're going to buy a gun, okay. So real quick example. Kid acts up. Mommy says, "You want some candy?" Yes. Have you been good today? Mm-hmm. You think if a kid is really going to say no to knowing that he ain't gonna get no candy or a snack or whatever, if he says yes, he gonna say no. So when somebody goes to, let's just say you get a mental health check, like you guys are suggesting, some people are suggesting, you really think they're gonna say anything crazy, knowing that they won't get the gun if they do? They're gonna say all the right things. I've seen that done 1,000 times in mental health. I've seen kids do it and adults. I've seen people on probation and parole say the right thing just to get out of jail. Doesn't mean that they're going to do it, or that doesn't mean what they're saying is true. So getting mental health checks for to get a gun, everybody's throwing that around like that's the solution. It's not the solution. If I was a nut and an educated, intelligent nut, I'm gonna go in there and just act just as nice, and I'm not gonna tell them about any anger issues I got. I'm not gonna tell them what frustrates me, and if I do, it's going to be something stupid that has nothing to do with that would trigger them to think that I'm going to shoot somebody. So why suggest mental health checks? I mean, maybe it will help. Maybe some of these clowns will probably say something that's going to avoid them from getting a gun, but mental health checks is not it. We got to think of something a little bit better than that. And even if with the stiffest penalties, I mean the stiffest things you got to go through to get a gun, you're still going to be able to get a gun. So, and who's to stop someone from getting a gun from somebody who got one legitimately, somebody who wasn't a nut? What if I have a gun And, I keep it for protection. I'm very responsible for it. And what if somebody gets it from me? So, what if I have a son that just knows where my guns are and he goes out and I don't know nothing about his depression or anything like that. It's all a surprise to me. And he goes out and grabs the gun while I'm at work and he goes to a supermarket and shoots somebody. No gun law is going to protect that. There's no gun law on this earth that's going to stop that, because the person who got the gun has legitimately purchased the gun and passed this test that you want them to pass, a mental health test or whatever it may be. They legitimately purchased the gun. But the people that live in the house with them, such as their son or their daughter or somebody who wants to shoot somebody, can just grab it. So what good is a mental health? What good is a mental health check if somebody's getting these guns without having to do them or getting them from somebody else? So I don't think that's the solution. And I don't have a solution, but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, that's the solution just to make myself feel good that we're doing something about gun control. Now, I agree. I don't think those assault weapons should be sold at all. That's just my opinion. These high powered assault rifles and all of that stuff. What the hell do you need that for? People are quick to say I need to protect my family. You could do that with a lot of other guns than a high powered rifle. So there's no excuse. I don't understand that. So that's the other side of it. So it's a little strange to me that you need a high powered rifle to protect yourself when you can do it with a Glock. You can do it with something less powerful. Those weapons, for me, to me, I look at them as military weapons, and that's just what they are, So we got to come up with better solutions. That's just plain and simple. We got to come up with better solutions and better ways to get some control over these guns, because kids are just going crazy. And I don't know what to do, man. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be in a store, and people start shooting with my kids in there or my wife in there. I just don't want that to happen. So it's not, for those who think so, it's not just their problem. It's our problem, because at any moment something can happen to us. So we had people who died in the spa. You got people who died in the supermarket. And we need to do something about it. I don't know what the solution is. Like I said, I don't know what the solution is, but sticking just a regular solution, like any old solution to it to make somebody feel good is not it. So I don't know. Congress they got to get themselves together and figure out what they can do. But to be honest, unless if you ban them completely, I don't think it's gonna help. It may slow it down a little bit, but I don't, especially the selling them over the counter, like just going in there and buying a high powered assault rifle or gun. That just makes that needs to be that's a law that we can do something about, and that will slow it down somewhat. But the other piece of it is we need to probably do more counseling with these kids. Sometimes we don't know what they're going through, so we can't really counsel them or give them any type of mental health services if we don't know what they're going through. But a lot of them probably do just want to talk to somebody, and they may not say it through words, but they may say it through their actions, or they may not say nothing through their actions. Meaning they may, if they're quiet and they ain't that quiet type, but they've been quiet for the last month, 2 months, 3 months, something may be wrong. You might want to get them some help and figure that out, because once it builds up, there's no coming back from it. Once they make their mind up, they want to do something, there's no coming back from it. And somebody innocent can get killed just because we fail to provide a service or just, help them with the problem. something we could have kind of nipped in the bud in the early stages of it. We're not superheroes, so we can't determine if something's wrong with somebody just by looking at them, walking down the street and say, "Hey, there's something wrong with you. I can see it. I can see it. I can feel it." But family members, if you see anything different, then we might want to check that. Some of these kids, they want to be heard, and they're holding a lot of stuff in. They're angry. And I'm not saying they have any reason to be angry or they don't have any reason to be angry. It could be anything. Divorce, low self-esteem, confusion about who they are and what they are, bullying. So we need to nip that in the bud. That would help minimize some of these shootings, these mass shootings for teens. Now, adults, like I said, that's just that's another ball game here. We still can give them that mental health too. Try to recognize any differences in that person, but it's hard. It's hard with adults because adults are adults, and they do what they want, and who are we to question it? But that's one of the answers. So that's just what I thought. That's all I have on it. If you have any comments, you can leave them down in the comment section. But that's it for me. I just wanted to come on here and give my opinions and thoughts. And if you have an opinion or thought, send me a message right now. I'll bring you on this live right now, and we can discuss it. But so I see there's a couple of people here watching. If you'd like to be on this live right now, I can bring you in, and let's talk about it real quick. I'll give you about a minute, 30 seconds or whatever. And I'll send you the link once you make a comment that's saying that you want to come in. But yeah, this was just on my mind, and I felt the need to say it. And I think that's it. Had a good show yesterday about hate consuming you, consuming a person. That was a pretty good show. I got a show next week that's going to be great. I'm not even going to tell you about it. I'll put out the promotion probably Saturday. So it's going to be a good show. That's going to be a real good show. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be very empowering for women and men too, but definitely for women. So I'm going to be out of here. I thank y'all for listening. Y'all know what